But at some point, we will come back into the light. We will again, as a nation, begin moving in the direction of justice. And that's why it's going to be so important for all of the evidence of Donald Trump's crimes, both in Volume 1, which will be publicly released, and Volume 2, which at least will have a limited release to a co-equal branch of government, the legislative branch, be preserved for future use.
That's a great point. And Glenn, let's finish up with this. Were you surprised that Merrick Garland, who has for so much of his tenure as Attorney General, if not the entirety of his tenure as Attorney General, been focused on preventing the optics of politicization with this DOJ? Were you surprised then that he did decide at the end of the day to at least be able to release Volume 1, which is Donald Trump's election subversion efforts, in the report that was put together by Jack Smith, as opposed to just deferring yet again to Republicans' desperation or their insistence that any effort to bring this report to light would be them weaponizing the DOJ against the GOP?
You know, I'm going to say I wasn't surprised for a couple of reasons. One, Merrick Garland pledged publicly that he would be inclined to release the report, and he's now at least making good on that promise. And two, you know, this isn't politics. This is transparency. This is something that the American people and the members of Congress will get to see, evaluate with their own eyes and their own good sense, and they can see exactly what Donald Trump and his criminal associates did to try to overturn the expressed will of the American voters in connection with the 2020 presidential election. I don't think it's politics. I think it's important transparency for the health and the future viability of our republic